All right, once again, here we are at the Song Club, and that's me coming up on the screen if you're watching this on YouTube, which I guess that's where you should watch it, I guess. I don't know. It's really up to you. I don't know what this voice is that I'm got going today. This is my nasal voice. Decided to go now new route. I've used a professional, like top-notch professional. Ooh, the birds are really out today. Just milking Bessie. That's what I do in the mornings. I don't know what time you're listening to this, but it's Earls here. I like to get up Earls and, check my email, milk the cows, and listen to the morning birds. Because they're the ones that get the worms, and I like to be inspired by them. Because I want the worms as well. A lot of people might go, well, Bob, you seem pretty chill. You don't seem like the type of person who wants all them worms for themselves. Oh, yeah. I want them Earl worms from the self in my belly. Because I'm a human being and I have the survival drive installed. There's been some updates, I guess, over the last few years to the software, but I haven't updated any of my software to the new standards. So I'm using the old software, which is basically get them Earl worms and let everybody else figure the shit out for themselves. Got my new necklace that I'm wearing from me daughter, because the old one I had eventually gave out. I guess if you just wear a necklace every day into the pool and never take it off, morning, day, and night, morning, day, evening, and night, morning, day, early, evening, night, early night, and you just leave it on all the time and never take it off, it eventually will break. So yeah, so I got the new one. I'm excited about it, and that's about it. That's what's going on with me. It's the summer here in Austin, Texas. It's hot. It's real hot, and that's the way we like it in Texas. Otherwise we'd live in like San Diego where it's nice all year round, where you can grow plants and stuff without having them die from heat and lack of water. But that's not the way we play in Texas. In Texas, we play this way: hot, heat. And when we got here in the 1700s, it's also scalping and also murder. And people getting murdered and scalped up in this biatch. But we didn't care. We were Texans. We were like, we're going to do whatever we want to do. We're Texans. Now, the artists took that mentality, the Texas mentality, and they said to themselves and to everybody who would listen, which was no one really, we're artists and we'll do what we want. The only difference between early Texans and artists is that artists, when they do whatever they want, it just means they're going to wear some interesting fashion choices and they're going to make some interest, they're going to like pee on the canvas or use a wire instead of a pencil. And then people are like, what is that? It looks like you peed on a canvas and then also taped some wire to it. That's not art. And they're like, yeah, I'm an artist. I'll do what I want. And they're like, well, isn't that what the Texans said when they moved to Texas in the 1700s? And then the artist's like, no, because I'm an artist and I do what I want. And so I just made it up. And then I'm like, no, you didn't. That was the Texans. The only difference is the Texans were super brave. Maybe not that smart either, because they got all murdered. They got murdered. Because they went into a place they shouldn't have been. Because the Commanches were here and they were like, hey, what you got cooking? They would come by and they'd say, what you got cooking? And then the Texans, because they're friendly, one thing you can say about Texans, real friendly. They'll be like, oh, we got some beans. We made some beans and we made some biscuits. You want some? And the Native Americans or indigenous people, Commanches, let's just call them what they is. The Commanches be like, yeah, let's try some of that white man food. And they try it and they go, not that good. Not that good. Not as good as that buffalo flesh, son. But they would be like, okay, cool. See you later. Bye. And then the settlers would be like, that wasn't so bad. Everybody talks so much shit about the Commanches, but they seem really nice. Anyways, they come back a day later, murder everybody, rape and murder everybody in that house, and just leave some corpses in the dirt to be eaten by coyotes and stuff. Also, maybe kidnap a kid. If the kid was like over 3 and under 10, kidnap, and now one of the Commanches, and live in that life, which I don't know, probably wasn't so bad. Either way, whether you were Comanche or Texan, if you were living in the 1700s, they didn't have anything called air conditioning. So any way you slice it, it comes up shit town. Because I don't know if you spend any time in Texas without air conditioning, but no thanks. So yeah, if it was 1700s, I wouldn't be here. I'd be like in some cold climate and probably be dabbing in that dilaudid sun, because that shit was legal. And I'd be like, give me that dilaudid sun, because I'm an artist and I do what I want. I'd have been an artist back then too, I think, because I like it. Anyways, I want to thank everybody that's here today. Thanks for joining me in the Song Club, where we talk about all things, not just songs. And this is Song Club 65, so there's been 65 of these, and this Song Club it syncs up with my Patreon, Bob Schneider Song Club, which is a beautiful thing that you can get involved in, where every month you get 8 new beautiful songs from me. Not new necessarily, but 8 unreleased Bob Schneider songs. Demos, we like to call them in the bills. And you get a new record every month. Normally, in real life, you would only get a record every year and a half or 2 years. But I write a lot of songs. I write a song a week. I used to write a song every day or two. So I've got a lot of them. And you get to get your stinky ass paws on them if you join my song club. Or you can just listen to this podcast for free, which is cool too, and listen to these songs and go, I wish I could get those. You can. It's easy. Go to patreon.com/Bob Schneider, and you can join today and get all these songs. And also some other stuff as well. But that's the meat of it. So let's get right into it. It's 2022. The month be August, if you're listening to it in real time. And let's listen to a new song from this month. This is a song called Call Me Superman. Here's what I don't know. I don't even remember writing this song, and I think I wrote it like a week ago. So that tells you something about my mental state and where I'm at. But let's check it out. It's called Call Me Superman, and let's see if we like it. Let's get it cranked, though. Here we go. All right, already, is this like Jimi Hendrix? Holy shit. Is this Guns N' Roses? Jesus Christ, what's happening? Oh shit, son. Damn, he's bringing the heat already in this song. Whoa. Okay. Jesus, crank it. I guess you gotta crank this song. Somebody's been listening to the Iggy. Somebody's been listening to the Stooges record, and that person would be Bob Schneider. Me. I I don't know why. I guess it's maybe why did I start listening to the Stooges record? Maybe it was because I saw Trainspotting. I watched Trainspotting and Trainspotting 2 this past week, and they had that song "Less for Life." Also, I played "Less for Life" at the Saxon Pub, which was fun. I like that song. It's the song that starts Trainspotting when they're running away from the police and doing all their drug stuff. It's a great song. And I realized, I've never listened to the Stooges or Iggy Pop. When I was in college, a lot of the hipsters had like an Iggy. A lot of people had Iggy Pop posters. And I remember one friend of mine had an Iggy Pop poster where maybe his dick was out. And he was like, his pants were down and his dick was out. And I was like, that's an interesting choice to make on stage. And was maybe petting it like it was a small hamster. Seemed like a fairly good sized hamster. If we're gonna use that allegory. If that is even the right word for what I'm saying. But yeah, I remember seeing that poster, but something about it didn't make me like immediately want to rush out and listen to the music. I was like, I probably won't like it. So I never listened to it. And I finally listened to the record and liked it. Thought it was pretty amusing. And I wrote that song immediately after I listened to it. I was like, I'm going to write a song like with that same kind of spirit. Because there's a song on the Stooges record. It's like, it's 1972 or 79 or 82 or whatever it was. And it was like, boo, I don't know what the fuck. Anyway, it doesn't matter. All I know is that was me trying to write a Stooges song, and it was fun to do. And I like that energy. And since then, I've listened to Iggy Pop's record that David Bowie produced that has that Lust for Life song from Trainspotting on it. And that record's pretty good. And I realized, I think one of the reasons that David Bowie became a billionaire is that he produced all these other records that were huge hits. Like he produced that Lou Reed record, Transformer, that has Walk on the Wild Side on it. And I mean, the idea of producing somebody sounds awful to me, but you can make a lot of money. Well, you definitely could make a lot of money back in those days when you could sell records. So I guess David Bowie made a lot of that moolah, made a lot of that do re mi fa sol la ti do producing records, which I wasn't aware of. And now I'm starting to become more aware of it, and I'm like, well, maybe I should produce records because people have asked me to do it, and I'm like, I could think of nothing more horrible than having to listen to your stupid songs and then record them and then pretend like I like them or care about them. But David Bowie did, but he was doing it with Lou Reed and doing it with Iggy Pop, two of the biggest underground sort of alternative rock stars of all time. So maybe if Iggy Pop or somebody came to me and said, hey, when you want to produce my record, I'd be like, too old. You're too old, Iggy Pop. But I'd probably do it anyways. I'd be like, oh, fuck it. He's from Detroit. I'm from Detroit. Let's do this. How much money? Give me that money, onion. You son of a gun. I probably would. Because why not? Why not try new things? Anyways, so far, Iggy Pop's people have not been contacting me. They've not been blowing down my door trying to get me to produce anything. But maybe after this podcast, that's all going to change. You never know. Every podcast, I feel like doing this podcast is sort of like buying a lottery ticket. Because I put it out there and I'm like, well, there's a good chance Iggy Pop will listen to this at some point. And then next thing I know, his people are calling my people. I don't have any people. And we're getting into the studio and we're making things happen. And life changes. And just like the regular lottery, none of that will ever happen. And just like the regular lottery, it's a horrible cycle of stuff never changing and and the rich making money off of people with their hopes and dreams that will never be fulfilled. I'm only speaking about this because there's a place that I go to get my gas, and every time I'm in there, it's a bunch of day work. It's a bunch of these guys who are like covered in dust. They're construction worker dudes, and they're always buying lottery tickets. If it's at 6 p.m., they're buying their Modelos and their lottery tickets. If it's before noon, they're buying chicken wings and lottery tickets. And that's the way it works. And every time I'm like, hey man, don't buy those lottery tickets. You're wasting your money. There's a reason that those lottery tickets are there. They're not losing money. They are making money from you guys. Anyway, but what am I going to do? Become a damn Mahatma Gandhi of the gas station? Gas station Gandhi? No, I ain't got time for that. So I just keep moving. That's what I do. I keep moving. I got to milk Bessie, so I got to keep moving. Let's listen to another new song. This is called A Little Less Blue. I played it at the Saxon Pub. Everybody was real into it, but that's because I forgot how to sing it, which happens a lot of the times. I'll write a song, and then I'll get in front of the people. I'm not one of those kind of guys that that really knows what's going on. I have to do a song a few times on stage for it to really kind of set in my head. So I got on stage and realized, I don't know how this song goes. So I just kind of faked it and did a really kind of cool version of it. And everybody afterwards was like, not everybody, but a couple people were like, man, that song was amazing. And then even the person that I recorded it with, she was like, oh, you should, because she was at the show, Rachel Loy, she co-wrote this song with me. She's like, oh, you should sing it like that. I'm like, I don't even know what I sang. And I guess there's a recording of it somewhere that I could listen to, but didn't do that. This is the original version of it and the only version of it that there is. And it's pretty good. This is a little more subdued and chill. But yeah, this is Rachel Loy, who provided some of the music, and she mixed it and played bass on it and stuff. And it's a co-write that I did with her. So let's check it out. It's called A Little Less Blue. It's pretty good. All right, here we go. I guess we should crank it. Already I'm liking it. Already it sounds like a hit. Could use a little of this. I walked into the light and saw you there, and now I guess you're everywhere. I joined the French brigade, and now I got it made. I fought the police, but it sort of fucked me up. I got a secret blade tucked inside my ship. It looks a lot like you, just a little less blue. A little less blue. Up here on the roof, you see forever. I like the things you say. They're like stormy weather. You can stay out of the sun, but you're still gonna die. I don't own a gun. Don't ask me why. I saw a ghost one night. It was just passing through. It looked a lot like you, just a little less. Damn, are we in the early 90s? I feel like are we Tears for Fears? All of it? Is that a track by Tears for Fears that was never released? Holy shit! Anyways, that song sounded pretty good. Sounded pretty damn good. So yeah, I don't do a lot of co-writing, but I have done a few now with Rachel, and they've all been pretty good. And that's definitely one of them. So hopefully I'll just keep doing that. We'll keep writing those songs. Keep writing those hits. Oh, boy. How about me just yawning on this podcast and not really caring? A lot of people edit that out. But those people aren't like they don't have that Texas spirit. They don't have that 1773 pioneer spirit that I've got. That, hey man, you should edit shit and make it like not so raw and real. And I'll be like, hey man, I'm an artist. I'm a pioneer. I'm a podcast pioneer, son. Don't tell daddy what to do. Anyways. Yeah, those are the conversations that I have in my head on the daily. They don't stop. Sometimes I wish they would. They used to stop when I was doing that Modelo. But I stopped doing the Modelo a while back, 27 years ago. Actually, it will be 27 years this month. Because I quit drinking on August 20th, 95. Wow. Amazing. Oh, and if you're watching this on YouTube, it's going to get a little bit pixely because my computer, who knows why, but it's doing all sorts of weird things. Now, I asked an Apple guy in San Francisco about it. I was like, hey, my computer's not doing great stuff. And he was and I told him the stuff that it was doing. He's like, oh, you got to take that computer in to the folks at Apple. And I'm like, well, I've taken my computer into the folks at Apple a few times, and guess what? Zero help. I know they call it the Genius Bar, but that's like me calling my dick Moby Dick. It's like, that ain't genius there. That's barely like, I don't even know, like, not mentally disabled. That's what they should call it. Almost, but not quite mentally disabled bar at Apple. Because I've never had them actually, like, they'll just plug it in and go, yeah, this computer's shit. You need to buy a new one. Yeah, but what about, and they're like, yeah, just buy a new one. Can you guys fix it? Nope, nothing we can do. Really? It's supposed to work. I just bought it like a year and a half ago. Yeah, sorry, can't help you. Go get a new one or go fuck yourself. Either way, we don't care. Okay, thanks, geniuses. Thanks, Apple Genius is genii, whatever the plural is of genius. Those Apple genii. Genii? Who gives a shit? All right, let's listen to another one of my great. Let's stop being negative and let's get positive. We're in the song club. That means songs. We got songs to talk about. Here's another song. Sometimes I'll write a song and it'll be instrumental mostly. So you probably know this. I have a song game that I do with some other songwriters. I come up with a phrase, I send the phrase out, and then people have a week to write a song, and they have to use the phrase somewhere in the song. So the phrase for this week was easy peasy, and I just wrote a song that was just an instrumental song, and at the very end, I just said easy peasy, and I was like, well, there you go, bitches. Deal with it. Deal with it. I used the phrase. Now, I don't do that very often, and it's not really cool to do it, but I did it this time, and it turned out I like this song. It just doesn't have any lyrics until the very end where I say it's easy peasy, and we're not going to get to that part, but we will listen to a little bit of it because this song, I'm going to even say this song slaps. Now, if you're a kid and if you're hip, you know what that means. Let's listen to it. Squid Games. All right, I'm going to crank it because why not? already I'm like, this is a driving song. If you're driving right now, you're like, oh shit, I'm driving. Don't speed though. Keep just 3 miles over the speed limit. Like I'm not even driving, but I'm just gonna pretend that I'm driving because that's this. Oh, if you're a director, oh shit! If you're a director, use this song in your film. But also pay me. Yeah, don't use it for free. I mean, pay me though. Oh shit! Oh shit! Is this the Chemical Brothers? Damn. Just bringing the heat. I'm gonna have to add a little African thumb drum. Thumb drum. Let's see if this works. That's the remix with the African thumb drum, son. That's the remix with the African thumb drum, son. That's the... I don't know if you could hear it. I mean, I could hear it because I'm here in the studio, but I was playing the African thumb drum. But this microphone that I've got, I don't know if it picked it up, but here in the studio, that shit sounded fire. Fire. Oh, now my computer's doing... Man, my computer is POS. Why? Unknown. Are the Russians using my computer to mine crypto? Probably. Do I even know what that means? Not really. I just heard that people are mining crypto and it uses up a lot of energy. I don't even know what that means. What does it mean? Oh, it's blockchain. Don't ever say the word blockchain to me again. It's like E equals MC squared. Nobody knows what that means. Like, you can say it. Yeah, E equals MC squared. Get it? No, nobody gets it. Even Einstein probably barely got it. Like, he barely got it so hard that he was like, nobody's going to get this. I'm just going to fucking use this to pick up ladies. And he did. He was married, but he was like, I'm going to have sex with a lot of strangers. Because I'm Einstein. Man. You could use that Willie Nelson joke with Einstein, too. Like, what's the worst thing you can hear while you're giving Albert Einstein a blowjob? I'm not Albert Einstein. That's a pretty funny joke. It works better with Willie Nelson, though. Anyways, my congratulations. Congratulations to Willie Nelson for being one of the best of all time. He really is one of the greatest of all time. And the cool thing about him is, it doesn't matter what kind of music you like. It's like Bob Marley. Look, I don't like reggae. I love it. No, I don't love it. I don't like reggae. But I love Bob Marley. I don't even know what Willie Nelson's music is. I mean, a lot of people call it country, but it doesn't sound like the country I hear when I listen to KVET every day from 8 in the morning until 10 p.m. at night. I listen to it mainly for the commercials. But, yeah. I love me some Willie Nelson. For show. For show. Anyways, those are the new songs from this month. There's only 3. There was actually one that I didn't quite finish that'll be in next month. So, something to look forward to. But I do have some songs from the past, which at one point was the future, which, if you believe that everything's occurring right now, which it is, everything is occurring right now, and that's all that there ever is just right now. But what? Huh? How's that work? Yeah, there's only now. There's no past and there's no future. And that's the way it's always been and the way it's always will be. And when I say way it's been and the way it will be, I mean the way it is now and always is now. Now, wrap your head around it, and then you go, well, that can't be. Yeah, it can, but only if this is just a dream or an idea. Kind of like your TV. It's just an idea of some stuff. There's not stuff in your TV that you can reach in and grab. Now, if you got your 3D viewers on, you think you might be able to do it, but when you do, there's nothing there. Same with life. Even though you think that this all is real, it's not. It's just an idea. Because there's only now. So, yeah. At one point, whatever. You get it. No, you don't. Equals MC squared. Also, the other thing that I used to even intro that, which now I've forgotten. But at one point, and when I say one point, I mean right now, I knew what I started talking about. And now, the same time, I don't. So, is that a contradiction? Yeah. Is it a paradox? Yeah. Is it a lot of things? Yeah. Is it a Comanche coming over for some beans and biscuits? Not really. But I do like the idea of Comanches hanging out and having some beans and biscuits, and you're like, these guys got a bad rap. These guys got a bad rap. They seem pretty chill. And then cut to 24 hours later when you're just dead. You're like, I guess what I heard about these guys is actually 100% correct, as the blood oozes out of your body into the hill country, into the ground of scorpions. Man, I came home last night and turned and grabbed the doorknob of my front door, and I was like, got stung, and I was like, what the fuck? And sure enough, I look on the ground, and there was a scorpion, and for some reason there was a scorpion hanging out on my doorknob, inside. That is some fucking straight up 1773 shit, boy. I was like, damn, this feels 1773 to me. All right, let's listen to another song. So this is a song from 2010, which now is 12 years ago, if you can believe it. The 2010 was 12 years ago, but it was. And the only thing I remember about this is Patty Griffin was in the song game. Now, I've had some pretty famous and very well-respected songwriters in the song game at different times in history. And she was in it for a few weeks. What I have discovered is the people that, like, I would love nothing more than to have Patty Griffin be in the song game forever. But I found that people like her, who are some of my favorite songwriters, will only do it for maybe a week or two, and then, like, where's your song for this week? And they're like, oh, I didn't do one. And I'm like, well, I got to kick you out of the group now. They're like, yeah, I'm just busy. I'm like, okay, well, can you make some time to write a song every week, please? I'll let you know if I can get back in. And then they're gone forever. So I do remember the phrase was how to kiss a man, and then she wrote a song with that phrase, and I wrote a song with that phrase. And the only reason I don't know why, but I just remember she was in the song game at the time, which made me very happy. So let's listen to this song, How to Kiss a Man, and see if we like it or not. We gotta crank it a tad, though. We're just gonna crank it a bitty by.
Take some razor blades, rocks, and ruin. About a bag of what the hell are you doing? And mix it all together and let it fly. And that's how you kiss a man. Goodbye.
Oh, some shit going on in the background there.
Take some free form, what the fuck, real bad, crazy. So what the fuck is your problem, baby? And rain down like a black patch of sky, and that's how you kiss a man goodbye. Cut out all the hugging and the flirting, just drag his dick in the dirt and take away the two-top and the TLC. Replace it with some get your shit together, G. Time down for his own protection. Talk about your ex's King Kong size erection. How the good old days have passed you by. And that's how you kiss a man goodbye.
Well, you can't go wrong. You can't really go wrong with whistling and also just random noises in the back of your song. And that song had both, so great. I haven't listened to that song in a minute. Pretty good. Your boy, that's me, Bob Schneider, Song Club. That's what we're listening to in case you like had a petit mal seizure and forgot. But yeah, your boy's pretty good at writing these songs. Where do they come from? The imagination. Where do they come from? The subconscious. Does that feel like it comes from some other place? Like maybe you're channeling some shit? Yeah, that's what it feels like. Because it does not come from your conscious mind. I didn't sit down and go, I'm going to write a song about this and start writing it. It just came from out of nowhere. And I was like, ooh, that's interesting. I'm just listening and writing it down and singing it and recording it. And then like, oh, interesting. Cool. And if you ask me, like, can you do that? Yeah, I can because I've done it a bunch of times. But how that happens is, and again, it's not really a mystery. It all happens in the subconscious and comes out through the subconscious, but it's not the conscious mind. Now, some of the editing comes from the conscious mind, and some of the editing that I do doesn't necessarily make the song better. So yeah. Oh, this is cool. I'm looking at my computer and the KBs are down to like 300, which means it's pixelated if you're watching this on YouTube, which is cool. You might be like, oh, he's doing some kind of cool pixelated thing to make it kind of cool and nifty, but I'm not. That's my computer. Thanks, Apple, for making this shit real shit. Let's listen to another song. This is called this. I will say this every week. I go in to my vault of songs here in the Song Club song room, and I'm shocked. I'm like, oh, I can't believe I haven't released that song yet. There's so many good ones. This is one of my favorite of all time. It's called Like Lightning, and it's me trying to sound like Ladysmith Black Mambazo, or sort of an African. This is me trying with all my heart and soul to appropriate African music, and not doing a great job at it because I'm not that great at playing music, but it's me trying my hardest to do it. One good thing about appropriating other cultures' music is that it's fun, and also it's fun. So I know a lot of people are like, hey man, you can't do that. Well, I'm doing it. Led Zeppelin did it, and nobody seemed to have a problem with it when Led Zeppelin did it. So I'm going to do it, and everybody's going to do it until the end of time. And if you got a problem with it, GFY. GFY. All right, let's listen to it. It's called Like Lightning. On that note. Oh, yeah. Kind of Brazilian, actually. Maybe not African. This could use a little of that African thumb drum as well. I like how long the intro is. That's That's some ballsy shit right there, son. If I was gonna do it for the radio, though, there'd be some lyrics by now. This is a long time.
I love my woman and she loves me. We sit together in the onion tree. Cry, we laugh, we shout, we sleep. We fall into the sea and the sea so deep. You can see the bottom, it's black and cold. The air above is shiny and old. Goes on forever into space. We're lost forever and on my face. Looks like lightning. Looks like lightning. Looks like lightning. Feels like rain. I can see the years start piling on her face and time moves along. When she wears her boots and make her legs so long, make my heart feel like a song. And looks like lightning, feels like rain. Looks like lightning, looks like lightning.
Looks like lightning, but it feels like rain, motherfucker. Oh, yes. Love that song. I really do. Every once in a while I'll write something and I'm like, yeah, I'm pretty happy with the way that turned out. And that's one of those songs. I think the phrase was like lightning. Now, there's some other songs that have the phrase like lightning in it. I don't know what I have them in my let's see what we can find here. I'm going to look up like lightning. Cuz lots of time if that's the phrase, there'll be some other ones like it. Let's see. I haven't done this before, so I'm excited. So there's my like lightning. All right, let's listen to a little bit of Billy Harvey's. Now, I probably shouldn't be doing this because I don't have permission to do it from Billy, but I don't think he listens to this podcast, so let's just do it. And then if he finds out, I'll figure out what to do. All right, here it is. So here's his like lightning, Billy Harvey. Pretty good. All right, let's listen to Matthew Patrick Davis. He's another guy.
Like lightning loves a rain shower. I love you like lightning loves the Hill Valley Clock Tower. I love you like lightning loves Ben Franklin's kite. I love you like lightning loves folks in their jacuzzi on a rainy night.
It's pretty good.
And golfers too.
Pretty good.
I love you.
Matthew Patrick Davis is so good. All right, let's listen to Ryan Hamilton. Let's see what he wrote. Oh, this sounds like some real shit. I think he might have hired a band to perform this shit right here. I feel a little weird about doing this. So that's his like lightning. All right, Kevin McKinney from Soul Hat. Let's see what he's got. Oh shit, son. The reason I feel weird about it is these songs are not supposed to, like, they're not for public consumption. So you guys are really getting an inside peek. All right, I feel weird now. Anyways, those are all like lightning songs that are from the song game, and pretty great stuff. And you know, it's like anything. These song game songs are not. They're not songs that. They're not. I mean, my demos are pretty fleshed out, so I don't mind releasing them and having you guys listen to them because they're pretty finished. But a lot of these are just kind of sketches, and so. You know, I'm sure those guys aren't necessarily crazy. Like, they don't necessarily want those. It'd be like seeing somebody in their underwear. You know, some of these. And, you know, some people like being seen in their underwear because they have that kind of underwear body. And then some people, like myself, wouldn't want to be seen in their underwear because they don't have that underwear body. So, my apologies to any of those guys if they hear this or see it and go, hey man, what the fuck, dude, you're not supposed to play those songs on your podcast. I know I feel bad about it, but that's what happens. You guys listen to the Song Club, you get some behind the scenes peeks. It's just part of the deal. You get a little, you know, that's what you get. All right, let's listen to another song. This is a song again. This is a song it says it's from 2010, but who knows if it's true or not. It is from, it might be from 2010. It's called Hot Button. I think the phrase was hot button. I don't think I have any other words besides hot button in the song as well. So it's kind of like the other one, but let's check it out. And I'm going to crank this because, man, this song rocks. Again, does it slap? Kind of. This is a song you put on and then you TikTok, baby. You TikTok. TikTok. Glitch. This is a good glitch song. I gotta work on my glitch. If you're not dancing right now, what are you doing? Get up and dance. Well, don't get up and dance if you're in your car. Just keep driving. Don't get into an accident. I'm fully twerking right now, but in the chair. I would not want to be this chair right now. Got that hot button. Shit. That's a hot button. You got that hot. That's a hot button. You got that hot button. Fucking. Oh shit. There's a new part. Dude, we're in the disco and then and it's 1987 and we in that New York City disco, son, and it's 1987 though. And we got that hot button. How hot? Real hot. So hot. That button. So hot. Yeah, that's the Hot Button song. Now, would that ever be on a record? No. Would anybody ever hear that if it wasn't for the Song Club? Yeah, just my closest friends. That's all. And you guys get to hear it now because you're part of my Song Club. And if you're part of my Patreon, you actually now own that song. You own it. You can play it all day long if you want and have a dance party. And have fun listening to music the old-fashioned way where you own it and you play it whenever you want. You don't have to pay somebody some kind of rental fee to make them a billionaire. Nope. You just give me a little bit of money so I can pay for my fucking rent and also buy my kid an occasional new set of underwear or some socks. So yeah, that's the way to do it. The old-fashioned way. You guys are doing it, and I appreciate it. I really do. Let's listen to another song. This is another song. This is called Mrs. Serious Business. I don't know. I think this, I'm sure this is a song game song. Maybe the phrase was serious business. I don't know. It might have been This Is Serious Business, and I called it Mrs. Serious Business. I do like this song. It's one of my favorite. I've probably played this song. I've played this song so many times at the Saxon Pub. I don't necessarily play it very often outside of the Saxon Pub, but I do like it. And shocked again that it has not been available on the Song Club because I've released close to 500 songs now, and this song's not on there. So this is one of them. Let's check it out. Mrs. Serious Business. I gotta crank this shit.
Yeah, all right.
Dude, we're like, you could take all these songs and you're having a party this month.
Got that cocaine, cracker jack, mad money by the stack, sleep with the dogs.
Ooh, sleeping with the dogs.
Mac Daddy, my boss, Mr. Badass, two flaws, cut down in the fog. Mr. Show Shot, hideaway, massive alien death ray, freaked out in Hollywood.
Whoa.
Stretched out, rock steady, everybody ever ready. Phone taps in the hood, phone taps in the hood.
What?
This is serious business, sleeping on the wrong side of the law.
Serious.
Yeah, this is serious business. Now don't you tell your ma or your pa.
Don't tell them.
Cause this is serious business. To sleeping on the wrong side of the law.
Damn.
Yeah, this is serious business. Now don't you tell your ma or your pa. I got that high stakes, fake dice, bad hair, what's advice, Puerto Rican raw.
Ooh.
Bent knee toe down, chin straight, throw it round. Tell me where you're from.
Tell me where you're from.
I got the half crack, shell shock, weak seat, cock block, bullet in the head.
Oh, damn.
Brain bong, gone. Game over, went wrong. Tell me what he said. You better tell me what he said, man. Cause this is serious business.
Yeah.
Sleeping on the wrong side of the law.
Serious business, man.
Yeah, this is serious business. Now don't you tell your mom.
Don't tell your mama or your pa. This is serious business. It is serious business sleeping on the wrong side of the law. I have not done it because, again, like they said in the Beretta, don't do the crime if you can't do the time. I've never done the crime because I can't do the time. I can barely do the time on the Song Club, and that time is easy. This is some easy time, but man, the hour has flown by, and we've learned a lot about me, and we've learned a lot about life, and we've learned a lot about Albert Einstein, and we've learned a lot about the song game. And so I think this has been a real success. I'm going to give this episode an A+. I'm going to give you guys an A+ as listeners. And again, if you're just checking out the Song Club and you've made it this far, what the fuck are you doing? Hopefully you're having a wonderful day. But if you're not a part of the Patreon, I'm going to tell you again, it's real easy. Patreon, patreon.com/Bob Schneider. You can join today and get all these songs that you've heard on the Song Club. And then I'm going to end it with this song called Murder. And this is definitely at the Saxon Pub. I've been doing now 20 plus years. This is definitely top 5 song that I play at the Saxon Pub. It's one of my favorites. I've done it many, many, many times. It's just a fun song to play. There are certain songs that I never get tired of playing. This is one of them. Just because I get to get out a lot of, I don't know. I expectorate on this song. Like psychologically expectorate when I sing it. Now, I've got different versions. I've got the original demo version, which you're going to get. I've got the version that was supposed to be on the Californian. The Californian, I may have mentioned before in the past, was going to be a double record. It was going to be like 27 songs. I ended up just putting out the rock songs and as sort of a rock record. So I have all these songs that didn't make the record. This is one of them. We recorded a version of it. So you're going to get that version. The original version, and then there's some other. What's the other version? There's a third version? No, that can't be right. Anyways, let's listen to him. I'm going to play you little bits of each one. Here's the musical version. Oh, okay, there's this version. So this is a version that we never play it this way. So I made this because this song is in FAYM, my rock opera. And so I thought maybe this would be a cool version to do in the rock opera. But I'll never play it this way in the rock opera. We'll do it the way. Okay, so that's why there's 3 versions. All right, we'll listen to a little bit of the lyrics coming in here and see what we got.
Hear that rattling in the back room.
All right, that's not what we want at all. So that's the musical version. You'll get that because why not? This is the version that we play when we play at the Saxon Pub. Oh shit, is this being played on an old gramophone? Sounds like it, right? Tricks of the trade.
There's nothing but distortion on the radio. The white noise ripping through the pines. It's messy when you pull the hex across them bloody bones. Now listen to the blades as they grind. Oh, it's murder, murder, murder.
All right, so there's that version, and then there's the version that was on the Californian, and that's the one we're going to get out of here with. Thanks, everybody, for joining me this week, and appreciate it. Yeah, this is a pretty good version. This is with Billy Harvey on guitar, Raphael Guile on drums, Bruce Hughes on bass, Derek Morris, I think, on keyboards. Okay, we'll see you next time. Thank you.
And Jesus has gone insane. You got to dig a deep hole out in the backwoods. Wrap that fucker up in chains. Put some heavy stones in a duffel bag. Throw him in the lake. You won't see his ass again. Murder, murder.
That's a pretty good version.
Murder, 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 murder.
All right, we'll see you guys later.